Welcome to this week's Security Report. I'm Paul McCallum. Thanks for joining us. Beginning with some news from the courts. Justice Navendra Singh will commence the High Court trial into the murders of two Seafield Sophia residents who were killed when an arsonist set fire to their home in 2015. Gavin Graham, 52, is currently on remand for the indictment, which alleged that on January 2, 2015, at Lot 6036 Seafield Sophia, Greater Georgetown, he murdered Towabola Abrams, 38, and her stepfather, Clifford Sampson, 68, by setting their home afire. Come January 24 this year, a 12-member jury will be impaneled for the trial to commence. National basketball coach Junior Hercules was on Thursday morning robbed of over $800,000 in cash and valuables at his Lot 163 Farm East Bank Demerara home. Hercules, who also operates a water business on the lower flat of his house, said the bandits removed 6 cell phones, laptops, and over $100,000 in cash. The force is investigating the matter. Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan met with Berbice residents on April 16 at the University of Guyana's Tain campus during the government outreach.
I am doing a complete compilation of every single item of complaint, and we're putting it into a matrix. In relation to the Georgetown one, we have completed that complete matrix as my personal assistant completed it. And so the follow-up action to be taken, whether it is another ministry, the police force, the policing community groups, whatever it is. And we are following up, and we have a column that will say action to be taken by whom and whether it was done and so on. Because we want to bring complete satisfaction.
He later hosted a well-attended community meeting at Tagore Memorial Secondary School and urged Berbicians to join the effort to secure their communities.
And I'm urging our communities within the Berbice areas, please do that. Join up and just don't only one call and then when they not come, you cost them. Let me see how your children will perform. Because like in America, like in Great Britain, the people who are the policemen and soldiers and the firemen and all of that is the people of the country. Not strangers. But we just don't want to do that because we feel we can kick fire here and make more money.
Police Commissioner Leslie James has reiterated the need for ranks to act professionally at all times.
From this day forward, we would like to see a marked change with your approach to your police duties. We would like to see commitment as you execute your daily routine. We would like to see professionalism when you're engaging with your peers, when you're engaging with your colleagues, and more importantly, when you're engaging with members of the public.
Commissioner James also warned civilians to desist from attempting to bribe police ranks. Approximately $1.2 million has been earmarked through the Citizen Security Strengthening Program, the CSSP, to rehabilitate 6 more police stations across Guyana. The police stations to benefit are located in Wisma-Linden, Region 10, Albion and Wim in Region 6, Perica, Region 3, Maja in Region 8, and Baramita in Region 1. Over $723,000 US is being expended to address deficiencies within the Guyana Forensic Science Laboratory. The forensic lab, commissioned at a cost of $1.04 billion Ghana dollars in July of 2014 at Turkine, is intended to enhance the force's investigative capacity. It has, however, been plagued with a number of problems, including a poorly designed electrical system, and still suffers from an inability to conduct DNA testing. The coalition government intends to correct these faults. The CSSB initiative, which includes 2 other components, strengthening of the Guyana Prison Service, rehabilitation and social reintegration services, and community crime and violence prevention, at a total of $15 million US. Now for some highlights from the Guyana Police Force. On Tuesday, April 16, the Juliet Griffith Daycare Center held its annual kite flying celebration with a difference this year. The caregivers coordinated and pulled off an exciting hat show along with the usual kite flying activities. This year, more activities were added to the calendar of events in order to encourage socialization amongst teachers, parents, and the daycare's children. Youngsters were able to model and display their outfits of dresses and hats and Easter baskets. The event concluded with the regular kite flying and sharing of snacks, and a warm acknowledgement by the parents to the caregivers and also the Forces Administration, which continues to support this initiative. Here are some highlights from the Ghana Defence Force this week. On Saturday last, the Chief of Staff of the Ghana Defence Force, Brigadier Patrick West, MSS, visited the officer cadets of SOC 51 at the Colonel Robert Mitchell Jungle and Amphibious Training School in Makaria, at the Essequibo River. There they showcased some of the newly acquired jungle warfare skills. At a simple but significant ceremony, the Chief of Staff thanked the cadets for the various demonstrations and congratulated them on completing the jungle phase of their training. He further noted that the force remains committed to providing the best quality of jungle training available that is comparable to international standards, and notes that this would serve them well on any follow-on courses conducted in either Brazil or French Guiana. The Chief of Staff also reiterated Ghana's unique state of affairs within CARICOM, being the only member country with 2 active territorial disputes, and noted that whilst the country's policy is one of diplomacy, the force must be prepared through arduous training to defend against any territorial aggression. And the Chief of Staff and his corps of senior officers also welcomed the newly appointed United States Ambassador to Guyana, Her Excellency Sarah Ann Lynch, to the Defense Forces headquarters, where she paid a courtesy call earlier this week. This was the ambassador's formal introduction to Brigadier West, and other discussions surrounded the strong bilateral relationship that the two countries enjoy. At this Easter time, we at DPI reminded children to be safe when flying kites, use only open spaces, and please do not fly your kites next to any of GPL's poles. On the Ghana Police Force's wanted list, Milayami Ali is wanted by the force for questioning in relation to murder committed on Ramzan Ali between 11th and 12th July 2009 at Collagen on the east coast of Demerara. Anyone with information that may lead to the arrest of Ali is asked to contact the police on telephone numbers on screen or contact their nearest police station. All information will be treated with the strictest confidence. That's it for this week's Security Report. Have a great Easter weekend. Goodbye.